From the skies over Kharkiv, the Russian Air Force launched a precision Kh-38 missile. The strike hit a Ukrainian FPV drone control position in Volchansk, causing a massive explosion and cutting off enemy communication lines. Tensions in the skies over eastern Ukraine are once again reaching a peak. Nowhere is safe for Ukraine. This time, Russian mobile air defense teams, armed with advanced electronic aiming systems, intercepted and destroyed Ukrainian fixed-wing suicide drones with pinpoint precision, proving once again that every hostile flight meets a swift end. Again and again, Russian geran drones carried out a series of precision strikes on key infrastructure targets in Kamenskoye, Dnipropetrovsk region, hitting a thermal power plant and a railway substation. The coordinated attack triggered over 20 powerful explosions across the city, disrupting energy and transport operations vital to the Ukrainian military network. Footage from the Russian aerospace forces shows a series of high-precision strikes on Ukrainian positions. Near Bogoslavka, a Kh-39 missile can be seen hitting a UAV launcher belonging to the 77th Separate Airborne Brigade, the impact sending debris scattering across the launch site. Meanwhile, further south near Ravnopoli, a FAB 3000 PVD strike levels, a position of the 1st Separate Airborne Regiment of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, with the massive detonation leaving nothing but a smoking crater where the fortifications once stood. The atmosphere is heating up on the Donetsk front line. Grad rocket artillery batteries have been deployed and are firing simultaneously, raining down on Ukrainian rebel positions hiding in the forest belt near Krasnoarmysk, Donetsk People's Republic. Explosion after explosion shakes the area, marking one of the most intense artillery attacks in recent weeks. The tension in the conflict there is still far from easing. Let's watch when a Pantsir-S surface-to-air missile system maintains full control of the airspace within the Sever Group of Forces area of responsibility. While on combat duty, the crew detected and swiftly destroyed an enemy drone attempting to breach the defensive perimeter, reaffirming their constant readiness and precision in countering aerial threats. Meanwhile, another intense strike took place in the Kharkiv direction. The artillery unit known as the Northerners targeted a deployment point of Ukrainian forces in the settlement of Lipsy. The enemy personnel were taking cover inside a half-ruined building, but the structure offered little protection once the barrage began. The impact was precise, and the position was hit directly. At the same time, Russian aviation continued its pressure in the Dnipropetrovsk region. Reports confirm FAB series aerial bombs struck Ukrainian military facilities in Kamenskoye, Dnipro-Dzerzhinsk. These are heavy, high-explosive bombs designed to level fortified sites. And judging from the scale of the explosion, the strikes hit significant ammunition or manpower concentrations. From the skies above Ukraine, precision turns relentless. In the Kramatorsk-Slavyansk direction, UAVs from the 1st Reconnaissance and Assault Brigade of the Volky Volunteer Corps, part of the Yug Group of Forces, intercepted and disrupted an enemy attempt to deliver ammunition to forward positions. The operation cut off supplies before they could reach the front line. Meanwhile, in the Dnipropetrovsk region, Vostok Group's attack UAV operators struck with precision, taking out a Ukrainian drone launch system, control antennas, and several Baba Yaga heavy hexacopters, crippling the enemy's aerial capability. Further north, Center Group's drones engaged fortified enemy positions and destroyed key equipment, while simultaneously providing aerial cover for advancing assault detachments in the Krasnoarmysk direction. Elsewhere across the operation zone, FPV drones from the Rubicon Center conducted a series of pinpoint strikes on motor and armored vehicles, robotic ground systems, communication hubs, electronic warfare assets, and hostile UAVs, tightening the noose on enemy logistics and coordination. Operators of the 68th Corps used the loitering munition Scalpel against a Ukrainian artillery piece. This drone was developed as an analog of the Lancet with an emphasis on low cost. Rumor has it, it wasn't cheap, but as we can see, it is being used on the front lines. The armed forces of the Russian Federation continue active operations in the Special Military Operations Zone. The combat tactics include clearing fortified areas, destroying equipment and supply facilities of the armed forces of Ukraine. For precision strikes on enemy positions, Russian units use the Zala Lancet reconnaissance strike complexes. The Lancet loitering munitions strike strategic targets in the enemy's rear. Among the destroyed objects are tanks, air defense systems, which are Vampire SAM, Rada, and AN/TPQ-50 radars, as well as dozens of artillery guns, including Caesar SPGs and Bogdana. In the Chernihiv region, a loitering munition strike hit a locomotive. Active use of Lancets to disrupt enemy logistics and maneuvers continues in all directions of the special military operation. Day and night, the battlefield remains alive with precision and fire. Fighters of the center group of forces continue their relentless operations, striking enemy infantry and equipment without pause. Supporting their advance, strike drone operators deliver accurate hits on Ukrainian positions, ensuring every movement of the offensive is covered from above. The latest footage captures a series of precise eliminations: a Kozak armored vehicle, D-30 howitzer, quad bikes, trucks, communication antennas, Baba Yaga UAVs, motorcycles, and a delivery point, all taken out with methodical accuracy, showcasing the group's dominance in both coordination and execution. The sky lit up, and seconds later, the ground answered with fire. A devastating Tornado-S strike hit a Ukrainian UAV control node in the Zaporozhye area, unleashing a massive blast that shattered the target and knocked out enemy drone coordination. The volley struck with overwhelming force, sending shockwaves across the site and disrupting command and control links, temporarily blinding the adversary's aerial network and buying critical time for operations. Fierce battles are once again raging near Kupyansk in the Kharkiv region. Ukrainian armored vehicles attempted to break into the city, but their advance was immediately halted by a hail of gunfire from the 68th Division of Russia's Western Military District. These forces continue to repel counterattacks by the Ukrainian armed forces, who are trying to break through the defensive lines to assist their encircled units. Thick smoke rises, and the thunder of artillery echoes across the area, marking intense fighting in Kupyansk, now one of the hottest points on Ukraine's eastern front. The drone hunt by the Rubicon unit is getting more intense. Here in Donbass, this is what they've recently taken down: APC, cars, ATV, pickups, self-propelled artillery gun, NRTK, Kozak, armored vehicles, artillery guns, numerous Baba Yaga drones, DJI Mavics, aerial repeaters, as well as communication antennas, Starlink units, and UAV control centers. All of them were completely wiped out, swiftly turned into targets by Rubicon. The latest innovation in the skies of conflict, the Molniya drone has been upgraded to the Molia PVO. Based on the second version of the Molniya, this drone is equipped with an advanced terminal guidance algorithm capable of reaching speeds of up to 220 km per hour and performing more agile maneuvers in the air. An operator explains that as they approach a target, they push the stick on the control panel to activate remote control. With this capability, the Molniya PVO is not just a reconnaissance drone. It becomes a formidable interceptor, ready to counter threats in the sky. In the Lyman direction, the forest edge was quiet. Only the distant rumble of engines and the echo of artillery somewhere beyond the horizon. Hidden beneath camouflage netting, a Ukrainian self-propelled howitzer Acacia waited, believing the trees and brush concealed it from sight. The operator released the strike. The feed shook as the drone plunged downward, and in a split second, Acacia was swallowed by a violent flash. On the Kupyansk axis, drone operators of the 68th Motorized Rifle Division continue to demonstrate effective control of the battlefield. Using reconnaissance and strike UAV, they destroyed enemy personnel, successfully disrupted 2 rotation attempts, and interfered with the delivery of ammunition to frontline Ukrainian units. These precise drone strikes not only inflicted losses, but also slowed the operational tempo of the Ukrainian troops in this sector, complicating their ability to reinforce or stabilize their positions. That's all for today's update. Thanks for watching, and don't miss our upcoming videos.